The sources for my imagery are diverse, ranging from derivations of fairy tales, motifs from women's lifestyle magazines, internet culture, and mass-produced party decor. I like to collect bright, kitschy, and a lot of what people describe as childlike and ugly props. I love spending time at Michael's looking in the craft and baking aisles. And I end up buying things that catch my eye and hope that they will inform a painting down the line. Whether it be glitter hearts, plastic gummy bears, and everything rainbow, I collect things that I'm drawn to. I try not to overthink how I'll use that item. I just add it to my collection and see what happens from there. I mean, grad school was quite a struggle because I was like 1 week I was doing objective painting, 1 week I was doing abstract painting, 1 week I was doing representational painting. I just tried to cycled through like lots of styles. And I still kind of felt like I was flopping around, like no idea what I was doing until after grad school. Like I did have a body of work that I showed at my thesis exhibition that all went together well. And I started making these little clay white sculptures that I was like making little tiny flowers. And they were all in the shapes of like circles. And everybody kept talking about how they looked like cakes, wedding cakes. And I liked that idea and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like I am really building like these kind of pure white objects, but it was made out of clay. So then I came back to Chicago when I was in California. I came back to Chicago and I started, my mom is like a crazy baker. So when I was a kid, I would always like help her bake and like always using like the piping tools. I thought, oh, just like kind of just playing around in the studio, experimental. And I was thinking more about like women's craft and different things that were more seen as like domestic. So I thought about my mom, who was a homemaker and always would just bake cakes like all day long. That's what she did. So I'm like, I'm just gonna put, like paint in this piping bag and just kind of play around with that. And then just the initial, there's something so satisfying about that. And then I started thinking a lot about paint becoming sculptural and how I don't want it to be like flat paint on a canvas. Like I want it to be more about the materials. So it really became about materials at that point. Like just exploring the malleability of the paint was so fascinating to me. Rococo painting like inspires my work a lot. So kind of like that style of like the ornate, like ornamentation, decoration is really, so I think that's where like a lot of the frames come in, like those ornate frames. So I think that it started off really as this investigation of the materials and the malleability of the paint, the structure of the canvas becoming a support rather than a window. You still come back kind of to some of the representational painting. I'm still trying to figure out what it is, But I think we're all trying to figure out what we're doing. In the end, I think it does just become like a celebration of femininity, and which helps with all these, confetti falling. But I think it becomes like a celebration of femininity and oftentimes just sexuality.